pinto bean head. Jess33. Now, you know I could have did a live about you yesterday after you went online lying on my name as usual for views. I decided to let you wonder who I was talking to about you and what I was going to say. Because, see, it'd be one thing if you were talking about me and it was truthful and I did something that was wrong and then you were calling me out on it. Because I don't mind when people do that because I don't have a right to be mad. Because I shouldn't have just done what I did to you and then I wouldn't be suffering the consequences. But pinto bean head Jess33 decided to go on his live and say multiple things. First of all, I don't call this man. He's blocked on my phones. The only time I have anything to do with him is when he comes to my chat begging for attention. But he went on his motherfucking show last night saying, I call him over and over and over again, and I'm breathing heavy, and I want to, I guess he's trying to say, have relations over the phone. First of all, he don't even have a phone. That's number one. Notice everybody in his background always says, give me my phone back. I need my phone back. Stop using my phone. He's a 42-year-old man without even a phone. Now, back in the day, people used to talk about people that had Boost Mobile or Metro PCS or Cricket because it was like the Dollar General brand of AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, Verizon. But you don't even have the low-level cell phone services. You're probably on what was my first cell phone in 2006? I forgot what it's called. It's like a prepaid phone and you had minutes. I can't remember what it's called now. Oh my God. But that's how low you are. And you had a nerve to say, I was calling you, breathing heavy, like I was getting sexual gratification by talking to a broke nigga. That's number one. You got 8 kids and multiple baby mamas. You couldn't even get me a little bit of wet. You couldn't even get me condensation wet. Like a little bit of moisture, because you got 8 kids and you don't have a check. And you work part-time at 7-Eleven. Why would I want a regular man with 1 or 2 kids can't even survive off of a 7-Eleven part-time paycheck? But you got 8 kids. Don't you ever lie on my name and make it seem like I called you and asked you for money. First of all, you came on my show on my birthday while people were sending me money. Everybody sent money to Tiffany Draper for me because I don't have it. And then turn around and say yesterday or the day before, I don't even know what it was, Tiffany Draper called and asked me for $40. So I gave her $40. And then when it was time to pay, first of all, I don't ask nobody for no money. That's number one. And number 2, show the people where you send me the money. Because you don't have no money, bro. You the one who ran out of gas on my live. And you the same one who couldn't afford a value fry at the McDonald's. You was begging for the lady that worked at the McDonald's to give you a free value fry. Boy, I don't even associate with half broke people, let alone real broke people. Do you know how many times I've given away money on my YouTube? You can literally scroll through the videos. Cash App giveaway, Cash App giveaway. I'm constantly giving away money. Why would I need to ask a broke pinto bean head nigga for money? Ooh, this is laughable. But I told you I don't like when people lie on my name. So George Shinsky, shout out to you. I know you mad because I'm saying your name. But whatever. You the one gave me the beautiful court documents of his child molestation. And I will be putting that out there. Why? Because I told you, if you need views, you better go look and see what's trending on YouTube and talk about that. Because when you make up lies on my name, I'm going to go from 0 to 1,000. I do not do equal or lesser value. My punishment does not fit the crime. My brand and my name is very important to me. And when you lie on me, that's when I'm going to expose truths about you. Okay? I don't have to lie for attention. I get enough of that online all day, every motherfucking day. So with that being said, I am thinking about becoming a thought on Instagram. Stay tuned for that. Because shout out to my homeboy Derek. He told me that now they are starting to pay people to go live on Instagram. And I do have a pretty decent following on Instagram as well as YouTube. So it's time to be a hoe out here in these streets. So with that being said, Miss Judy just put out a video, she said, in reply to my video I made of her yesterday. So let's click on it. I'm going to it. But yeah, man, fun fact, your girl has only been grown 11 years. I've only been grown a decade and 1 year. Can you believe it? Yes. Okay, here it is. It's called... Well, I swear Miss Judy be typing, bro. She be typing like a court reporter. Alright, let's go. I'm tap this motherfucker.
2020. Sorry, June 3rd. 2020. I'm sitting on a freaking log here. I'm outside. Can you hear that noise? Oh, front and back. It's bloody stupid, man. 5 days a week. 6 days a week sometimes. Every day, all day long. Driving me nuts. Anyway, I am going to name this title here, as you would know. I know Claudette. Regis's Korinsky Plaquette Beale's mother, Claudette. Claudette is actually my friend that I haven't spoken to in years and years and years. And you see, people, I don't have a lot of fucking friends, okay? But when I have a friend, I know when I have a friend. And Claudette was my friend. And she moved on with her life though, right? So,
for those of you that don't know, I made a video yesterday about Miss Judy saying that her biracial daughter, black and white, is not black enough, and that's why her death isn't getting media attention. And I felt some type of way about that because everybody knows that, like I said, there's never been a bonus to being black unless you're a sports player or a rapper. So if anything, your child would get more media attention because they are biracial and more close to what they call the standard of beauty. So this is Miss Judy's reply.
Our friendship kind of like two ships in the night past went, but for whatever reason, we're passing again. And we're passing with our daughters, people. Okay? And I want to thank, the second part of my title is Tiffany Draper. Thank you. Thank you for jogging my memory. 20 years with a lot of that cortisol going through my brain, with all this drama around provincial politics and the poverty pimping of the manufacturing of, an underclass so that we can be harvested like cattle. It kind of is...
Miss Judy, I want a direct reply. That's why I said, matter of fact, I guess I'll just read your comments. Because I need a direct reply. Like address exactly what I said in the video. So I guess I'll go with what your reply was initially, because you initially replied back like 12 hours later, and baby, it was 3:30 in the morning, and I was not finna hop up on here arguing. Not at no 3:30 in the morning. Canada is not like the States. In Canada, Native people stick to themselves and will rally for Natives just as blacks do for themselves. I'm gonna need you to capitalize the B in blacks. And as the South Asians, Punjabis, or Chinese will rally for Chinese. White people are normally seen as the enemy, oppressor, and therefore people will judge me for being white before being human if I am not a Native person or a black person or a Chinese or South Asian person. I'm not even finna play with you, Miss Judy. There is never in the history of ever, besides folks trying to claim apartheid in Africa, that being white has been a disadvantage. I'm not going to say I understand your experience, but I can't foresee, because you said yourself that they see white people as the oppressor. An oppressor has what? A position of power. That's what makes you the oppressor. That's what puts you in the position to be able to oppress. So I don't understand you saying that. All right, let me see, where was I? Shimei wasn't South Asian or Native or Chinese enough anymore than she wasn't black enough to gain the support of her community. Country. For the heinous acts that came upon her person and body by various people who only exploited her in death and after death. There is no way, like I tried to say, that she wasn't black enough, because if she was any blacker, then she would have had even more injustice. Do you not understand that? Like, because she was biracial, she had advantages that most full black people do not have. Please don't tell me you don't understand that. And that's everywhere in this world. For instance, this person that you bring up, the coquette girl, for the simple fact that she had Native in her, she got more media attention than if she had been solely black by itself. And that's just how it's been. When you're mixed, you have the best of both worlds. Yes, I am walking with spirits. I said that to myself today. I've been a community activist for over 20 years. I just tell the story. Okay, I'm just reading her comments. And like I said, Miss Judy, I would love for you to just be direct, when you're replying. I am starting to think I know Claudette, as she was a founding board director to the foundation. If it is her, I can say this. She fought hard to help me with the beginning stages of the foundation. But even she wasn't getting the support she deserved, as racism was an issue 20 years ago. I know you're not finna say that racism was an issue 20 years ago as if it is not an issue today. Like, Miss Judy, stop it. Stop it. Are you serious? You cannot be that clueless when it comes to racism. Racism is something that's been going on since the beginning of time. It is not over. It has never been over. We're no longer slaves. We can now drink from the same water fountain as white people. We can now go into the front of the building instead of having to go around the back. We can now sleep in the same hotels and motels as white people. But do we always have the same opportunities? No. Do we have to watch our backs, especially down here in the South still, especially at night on back roads? Yes, because the KKK still does exist. Do we have to watch ourselves when we're driving while black? Absolutely. Do we have to be aware of the fact that we're black when we go on job interviews? Absolutely. So 20 years ago? Seriously? What was a year? 2000? 20 years ago, you're trying to say that that's when racism was. Nah, it's still here. We have different backgrounds. I do understand that. We're from different generations. I do understand that. But you have to understand that your experience in life as a white woman is completely different than me as a black woman, and even completely different than your children who are biracial. Because at the end of the day, I don't believe that white people are more supreme than black people. But when it comes to this world that we're in, white people run stuff. And to cry reverse racism is a spit in the face to the people that actually dealt with racism, real racism. Not the bull crap that black people try to say is racist. That's not really racist. But I'm talking about real racism. Like, I'm going to allow my attack dog to chew you up even though you're laying on the ground with handcuffs, or let me spray you with a water hose like some Jim Crow type stuff, or let me freaking enslave you for 400 years, or let me beat you if you whistle at a white woman, or let me say you raped me even though I like black men. That's the type of racism that black people go through. And then for you to say that you're being discriminated against, they had mixed people for a reason back in those days. Do you know that there was a benefit to being a biracial person back in slavery? Not only did you get to be in the house so that you went outside working all day and being hot, but people glorified you, people freaking put you on a pedestal, and people still do that today in the black communities. So being biracial, I'm not finna play with you, Miss Judy. I'm not finna play with you. I mentioned it the other day in my video, but I'll say it again. I mentioned Asia Degree. Let me type it in. I mentioned Asia Degree. She is a black child that was born in 1990, so a year before me, so she will be 30 this year. She went missing, in 2000? The year 2000. Do you know they had to fight to get this dark-skinned black child, fully black child, media attention because she was black? Do you not understand that? And she's just one of thousands. But let's put Natalie Holloway. Natalie Holloway went missing from Aruba, but she was from Georgia in the United States. She went missing in 2005. Do you know Natalie Holloway's, because she was blonde and white, such as yourself, Miss Judy, she got national to international attention and is still getting attention because she's white. And stop trying to make it seem like, oh, black people get all the attention because they're black. No, what you should have said that would have made sense is if a white person beats up or kills a black person, that overrides white on white crime or even black on black crime. That's what you should have said, because everybody would agree with that. But to simply say a black person that gets killed or is missing gets more attention solely because they're black goes against everything that history has taught us, because we don't get attention like that for the simple fact that most people don't care. But if you have a little pretty blonde white girl, that's going to tug on the hearts of America, because that's the standard of beauty. And that's all I got to say about this. And I'm not going to say nothing else about it, because you know deep down inside that I'm telling the truth.